Hello everybody, it is good to see you guys. My mic is extremely loud, so please just give me a second to lower it down a bit. Very sorry. I actually figured out how to get my mic a lot louder now, so it's very good now. I'm just gonna see how loud it actually is. Hello, Sarah, how do you say it? So yes, today guys, we will be, hang on, I forgot to mute my stream on YouTube. Okay. By the way, I won't be able to read chat. I'd have to literally switch, one of the things just to read it. So, yeah. So today guys, we are starting up Chernobyl reactor 3. Getting the turbines working and synced, and then getting the bond. That's how we got all baguette. Very nice. I always eat the baguette before we start. Right. So the first thing, I won't be making a tutorial very soon on how to do everything. Not everything, because I don't know what every single button does, but I know how to get the reactor working and generating power and all that. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get the automatic pressure relief on. MCP up. That's fine. I'll get those up later. So here is the main control panel. Here. This is basically the control rods. So here, I'm not sure what most of it does, but all I know is these are the water pumps here, and here these are water pumps. Here is TB5 or turbine 5, T5, T5, whatever. Here is turbine 6 here, and then here is like the relay control, I think. Yep, and here is the how much power goes into the generator, I think. Like how much it lets out. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get the control rods going and get the heating up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the thermal power to over 700, below 900. Then we'll increase it to somewhat 1,000, 1,300. I don't know. We'll just see what the demand is. And yeah. So the first thing we do is we get the blinking red control rods. So you press the button just behind them, and then you should see it all lights up. So then you want to, so that's down, that's up. So you want to raise them all the way up until that indicator gets to the 0, which means it's fully raised. And that's what we want. Yeah, I don't have my webcam right now because my desk is very messy. Alright. Just gonna get up all of the AZ control rods, or AZ, whatever you want to call it. And like it matters, but and the deselect. The annoying thing about the greens is when you, I don't think you have to get it at a very specific point, but like as you can see here, they're lit up. Like from watching a tutorial, like obviously I wouldn't know all of this just from looking at a man. Yeah. But like the tutorial was saying, you have to get the green control rods here to 3.5, so 350 I think, 350 centimeters, so that's 3.5 meters raised. I think because the greens get controlled by the AR, with the AR1, AR2, which is basically just the they fully raised it. Where was I? Yes, the AR1, AR2, they just basically keep the control rods in a safe position all the time, so they're not going crazy. Also, yeah, well, I'm limited to 4. I am in a private server, but I want to get my points up. And guys, some things that most tutorials do not say, I'll help you out in this tutorial. So obviously you have to get all the reds up first. Like you cannot get any other control rods. I have made that mistake before. I forgot a whole layer of control rods once. You can also zoom out and have a look, see if you've selected the right ones, but I have here, as you can see. And now I'm going to raise them. And after the reds, I don't think there's certain order you have to do, but like it's always the red first. Oh, and another thing, hang on, I'm just gonna, so with the automatic pressure relief, you don't have to get all of them on. I mean, I sometimes just do the middle, because the middle does this one. So it does 11, 12, so it's 21 and 22. Right, but this one does all of them. And what they are is the water pumps. They release the pressure. I think that's where the pressure gets released, but I'm not entirely sure. So obviously I'm not a nuclear engineer. I'm a gamer. Alright, the AZ rods. Okay, yeah, they're done. So we need to get the PK. I can't remember which ones the PK were, but I think it was the highlighted ones. So the ones that are these. So they may look green, but they're actually blue, like a teal colour. So these are green. I normally go those second to last, and then yellow's last. So obviously you don't have to do everything I do. This is just what I was told from 2 tutorials. But they work either way. But I think they can change what happens within the reactor, so I haven't really done anything else. But anyways, let me get the PK rods. I think these are the PK rods anyway. The white ones that are not flashing are also the PK rods, I think. They're with the bluish coloured ones. So as you can see, they're blue. The indicator's blue, and you want to raise them fully. If I do forget something, I'm gonna get a tutorial, so I don't mess anything up. The last time I did my stream, I had 800 points and I wasn't gaining any because I didn't know how to get the demand, but after another tutorial, found out how to get demand and now I've got 2000 points. So yeah guys, if you really want a tutorial for everything, then that's fine. Yeah, they're fully raised. Let's see. That's 3, 4. And I recommend, if you're new to the game, I recommend when you select them, make sure the ones that are lit up are the correct colours. So the first ones were red, as you can see they are red, and we are now on blue. So when you select all these, look up and make sure all of them are blue. Then not deselect and try to fix it. I'm just looking, make sure there's no others. I think that's it. I'm just gonna look around. There's one there, I think. There it is. Yeah. Where is it? Yeah. Oh yeah guys, another way to easily find the little the control rods from here to there is look at the others. So the coloured ones, like yellow, you would see these yellows. So for example, if I wanted to activate I know this one, there's a green, blue and a red. So the mains, so ones that will be indicated is the yellow and the green. So here it is. This one is that grey rod, I think. Yeah, there, as you can see. Close enough, I think. No, that was right. Yeah. Very nice. And that's how I work my way around. So as we go through, I'll give you some more tips and easy ways to get through everything. Hang on, I'm just reading chat. Nothing, no, there's no one here, so I'm just talking to myself. That's fine. Absolutely fine. Like always. Alright, next we're going to get these flashing lights. So, okay, so the flashing lights are the PK ones. So it doesn't really matter which order these really go in. Because obviously it works. So we're going to get these PK rods all the way up to. So the ones that I've told you about, so the red, the blue, red and the blue, now the whites, you have to get all of them raised fully to the 0, which means they are fully raised. I'm sorry if I sound like an AI, I'm kind of tired right now. But it's, I don't know what time it is right now, hang on. It is midday and I'm tired. Crazy. And to be fair, I've been sitting on this game for 4 hours. Just grinding up points. But yeah, just select all of these. Make sure, like I said, if you're really new, select them, then look up and make sure they're the colour. So right now they're white, so make sure they are white. And I'm selecting. Yeah, I will make a non-live stream tutorial so it'll be like an actual video. For a tutorial, I can add, I don't know, some effects and whatever. Make this quicker. So this stream, I'm thinking, will probably be about an hour. An hour more or less, yeah. But yeah. So let's just keep getting the control rods raised. Also, an annoying thing with some people in my live streams, like, I'm not saying they are annoying, I'm just saying it's annoying. But like, they just join, say something and leave, and that's like mostly for everyone. Right, make sure when you are done. Right, PK is out of zone now. So yeah, make sure, so you wouldn't get the PK out of zone. It'll be impossible. So the AZ out of zone must be on before you can activate any of the others. So then when you have PK out of zone and the blue rods fully raised, sorry, I'm just trying to remember. So okay, right, so go ahead and click and select the green rods and raise them to 3.5. There won't be a light, so you're just gonna have to get as close as you can. That'll do. I think a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Alright, and then just get all the greens to 1 and 3.5. Sorry, not 1.5. But remember, guys, these you shouldn't really touch these green ones, like when it's in operation mode. So for startup, you need the thing on. So by the time you have all these activated, I think you might stop making some power. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's the yellow ones is when you start making power. Alright, so now for the final, you're gonna get these. The yellow ones. So yes, you notice that the yellow ones are very different. So you still have to do it the same way you would raise all the other control rods, but it shows the other way. So let's see, it's still going to 0, and we need to get to 0.5. So you can raise these all the way. You can hold it down, and it will not go past 0.5, and that's why you need it. And that's what some tutorial people don't say. Because I accidentally figured this out. They do not go past 0.5, so you just hold it on raising mode till it gets to 0.5 or 50 centimeters. Also, fun fact, the unit for control rods, I think, was 7 meters. Oh, they all are. That's 7 meters there. See, it says X 100 centimeters, which means every single digit you see here is 100 centimeters, and if you had common sense, 100 centimeters is a meter. So hang on guys, 1 second, I'll be back. Okay guys, everything's good now. Yeah, all good. I just had an issue. Okay, I've got another issue. I forgot my hotkey. So I think it was. Hang on, sorry guys. Oh, okay. Alright, so I haven't got anything set to that. Okay. Very sorry guys, I'm back. So yeah, just continue raising the rods, all the yellow ones to 0.5. It's all good. Eventually you should start to see some thermal power being produced. And you'd see the temperature rise. So while these get to 0.5, yep, as you can see, we're making some thermal power. We're still at somewhat room temperature. Okay, and eventually we should stop making a lot of heat. So make sure you keep an eye on the change in thermal power. Make sure it doesn't go at least over 15. Like, try not to make it go too high up. Stupid fox. Okay, so as you can see, our change in thermal power is 1.10 10 decreasing. So what we're going to do now, okay. Okay, so I'll say, I don't know what this automatic reactor protection thing does. You can turn it off, but you need 10k points. But I'm in a private server, so I can use anything. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this, but we're not gonna press that yet. Okay, we're just gonna keep it there for when we're ready. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up. So these grey ones are around the corners, like on the edge, sides, whatever you want to call it. Just use that thing that I said where you look. So as you can see, there's 1, 2 red dots. So 1, 2. So then if I select that, it's right there. So yeah, like I said, just try and use that, like the other colours, that helps you work your way around. Alright, I'm gonna get up all of these to thing, and okay, I'm gonna stop. When you get a phone call, answer it. 516 megawatts. And if you come from here and over here, you'd see it says 516. So mine is 516. So what I've got to do is, I'm in a calculator right now, so that's why I can't see my mouse. So 516 divided by 2 is 258. So we'll get to that later. If it changes, then that number will change. But 258 is very good. Unlike the 600 I had before. I had 600 and I think that was like 900. It wasn't very nice. Because it got to a point where the reactor was at a temperature where it could have exploded if I wasn't careful. But anyways, raising the control rods. So the thermal energy is really important, actually. So if you don't have enough, the turbines or the turbo generators won't work properly. But yeah. So yeah, I recommend just getting all of the outer ones first. Because they're easier to spot and easier to select. They're all easy to select, but they're just sometimes harder to find. So when that lights up, boom, we are all good. But there, yeah. Okay, so also, to all the pros out there with like tens of thousands of power, please tell me if this is a very good tutorial, because yeah. So like I said, you can see that there's a white there. Can't see it on here, but what you can see is from here, there's this. That one activates that. So then we have 1, 2. And then there's that white one, so then we go over like that, and then we have activated 4 of them. It's easy enough. Obviously I've started up a reactor about 4 times, so by the time you start the second reactor it'll take time. I mean, not as much time, but just a warning, Actually, I'll give you a warning later because it's not as important right now. I'll just tell you it's more of a kind of jump scare warning. No, this game isn't a horror game, it's just something that's very loud and it just kind of comes out of nowhere. The amount of times I've almost lost my soul because of it, I can't count. Also, yes, I do recommend getting a private server, guys. They are so much more worth it than publics, honestly. The amount of people that have ruined this, right? Like, in a public server, I started up this whole reactor thing, the core. Just for someone to press all the buttons. I'll get all these PR rods, I think they are. Power rods, yeah. And raise them all. Like, literally every single one. The power got to 10,000 thermal. 10,000 thermal power. And it almost blew up. Very close. I don't know if RMBK reactors, which is the Chernobyl reactor, I don't think they explode. I think it was only just the unit 4 that had a design flaw. What items? And it exploded because, yeah, of a design flaw. Yeah, just Alright, so you've probably... So, right, the warning is now, necessary. So when you get to 160 thermal power, an alarm will sound. What you have to do is press that switch there once, and it will, the alarm will stop. Starting mode will turn off and operating mode will turn on. And this will actually speed up the heating process. If you so call it, speed. Yeah, I'll be reaching that soon. So yeah, as you can see, I'm in 6.8 change thermal power, increasing. Yeah, just make sure you don't go like too crazy with these, because yeah. Make sure you only select 4 at a time, because if you go to 5, you won't be able to do anything, and there'll be a little alarm. Make sure you click deselect, so you don't have to do these manually, and you can actually select it more. Sorry, I haven't told you already. So it should be red there. Select that, so then that's it. In a second, an alarm will sound because that is about to reach 160. And eventually, the process of heating up will go away quicker. Now I'm going to leave that a second. Those are on. In a second. Jump scare warning in 3, 2, 1. Wasn't the loudest. Actually, I just want to see how loud this is. Right, guys, if you cannot really hear anything, what I'm going to do is quickly I'm just going to do this quickly. It should get louder. So just give me a second. And everything should be a little bit quicker. Well, not quicker, louder. Okay, I'm just gonna have a look at my stream. I can't really tell if it's got louder or anything, because obviously my voice is very loud compared to the stream. That's another reason why I'm talking so quiet. Right, same spot, boom, boom, boom. That's white. No, okay. Right, another. Okay, so don't worry about this panel or these. I don't know what they mean. But I think what this means is how many controllers that are not in use. I'm not sure. But Right, so we're gonna find this. Boom, boom. 2. There we go. Final. Now just keep increasing it. When it reaches 700, try and slow down the reaction if it's at 10 thermal power, because that'll take a little bit to decrease. Thermal change, sorry, not thermal power. 10 thermal power. Oh, that's terrible. That is nothing near how much you need to make. Okay, so here. Right, so that is not activated there. So we got 1, 2, 3. So just on that corner, we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and then we have this one. And that's 4, and that's fine. Okay, if it's 4, it's fine. I don't mean it literally, I just. It's just a metaphor. So we got another one here. So we go 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. That's fine. So we got 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, that's fine. Right. So I'm going to be reaching 10 thermal change in a second. So I'm going to have to be a little bit more steady with so yeah, just then I was let's see. Yep, that's good. I'm about to reach 10. Okay, it's perfectly fine as long as I don't go over 15, it should be right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're not really meant to go over 15. Right, so here I am. Oh, here we are. So 1, 2. 1, 2, so 1, 2. Perfect. We are ready again. Increasing, hopefully not to 15 thermal power. Sorry, I'm not speaking properly. Right, I'm gonna let that sit for a bit. Why does everything I say rhyme? So when that starts to reach 700, make sure the thermal change isn't over 10. Make sure it's nice and controlled. Alright, I'm gonna get some more control rods. So we got 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here we have there we go, we got some more there. Never mind, we already have them too, so let's see here. There we go. And let that raise. See some nice and high levels, making sure it doesn't go over 15 thermal change. Okay. That's off, very nice. So I'm reaching 700. So I'm going to switch to these at the bottom, actually. Go into these ones. Doesn't matter which ones you select, so I need to be under 10 by the time I reach 700. I had someone walking. You guys heard that, didn't you? All perfectly good here. You'll see these orange buttons start to come on more frequently because we're getting to high temperatures. So what I'm going to do, you can close this back up, by the way, I forgot to do that. So I'm going to slowly bring this down. Don't do it too much, just make sure it's controlled. So when it's somewhat 0.5, okay, you can now hop out your seat, come over here, you can activate either AR1 or AR2, I prefer AR2, it doesn't really matter, they still work. You can activate 2 or arm at the same time, so you can't activate these. You can't activate all 3 at the same time, you can only have 1 activated at a time. I don't know how other people do it, I don't know, seriously, but it doesn't really change anything. Alright, so make sure that's controlled. I recommend to keep these selected, just in case you turn that off and then you want to do it manually, but I don't recommend it, because these I don't think break. Yeah, these don't break at all. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is get the generators on. So this bit gets a little bit tricky. So here we are, we're going to get TB5 on. So what we're going to do, so we can use valve precision here. You don't have to. It just basically changes how quickly you can do these. So I've turned it up a bit. So what you want to do is turn these on the right side until all the lights turn red. That will start flashing, that's perfectly normal. And we're going to activate this. Oopsies. Okay, so I don't recommend doing the valve precision. So if you want to get back to normal, click this button there and it will reset. It is still quite a lot. Sorry about that. I hadn't actually tried the valve precision like that before. It just changes how quick it moves. So keep this under 200. You can keep it just over. Like, don't go too far, otherwise the alarm will sound. If you keep it like that for too long, it will trip and it will fully shut down. Let me give you another example. Yeah. And if you keep it like that for too long, it will trip, which means it will shut down. Probably said that twice now. Yeah, just keep clicking this on the right side until it reaches 30. Until the indicator reaches 30. We will come back to these generators later on, actually, because these are required to reach the demand. Alright. And we'll let that do its thing. Alright, perfect. So make sure it says correct speed. If it doesn't, correct as much as you can. Alright, that's perfect. It says correct speed, sufficient pressure. It's perfect, and it is at 30. That's practically at 0. That's not really going to move. Pressure is somewhat 100 kPa. I don't know what kPa means, but I know it's type of pressure. So we're not going to get turbine 6 yet. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to come over here. Make sure you're on these ones and not these. This is for turbine 6. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to press this TG5 main bus to the right once, and TG5 auxiliary bus to the right. And make sure this auxiliary turns on. It does, and perfect. And that's what you want. And then turn this to the right, the exciter relay, and you just see that light turn off there. And what we're going to do is you don't need to do that spamming thing. You just hold this to the right till this kilovolts reaches. This kilovolt meter reaches to 20. So 20,000 kilovolts, I think. No, 20,000 volts it would be, not 20,000 kilovolts. This is kilovolts. Alright, just want to make sure that is 20. Yeah, wait. Just over 20. I need to lower it a tiny bit. So left is lower, right is the increase. That looks almost fully perfect. Alright. Because the power grid voltage needs to be the same as the generator voltage. Any higher, I think it blows up or something like that. Alright, this is a super tricky part, so I'm gonna do a little guide here. So basically what we're gonna do is we're going to make sure you have nothing selected, so click that. Alright, and click this red button here, says select TG5. Basically what that does is it selects the generator that you want to do. Right, and then you want to click either the middle, so that's the right, and then, or this one, which is the left. Alright, so when this reaches here, the very top, you want to turn this to the right. I'm not going to do it yet because I want to show you. So then you're going to quickly go over here. You have 5 seconds to do this, 5 Roblox seconds. And then you want to hold this to the right until the alarm stops. Alright. I have failed this before, so if you fail this, you're going to have to start the generator again from over there to here again. Alright, so I'm going to wait for it to reach the top. If it's any faster or slower, try and see if your voltage is right. Alright, 5, 4, 3, and then hold it to the right. Eventually you should start to see this to go up. Try and get it over 120 and below 150. We will increase this later. So it is over 120, so it's at 123.881. That's perfectly fine. So what we're going to do now is come back over here and deselect this. Alright, that's perfectly fine. And as you can see, TG5 frequency is 50.01. I have had less. I don't know why. I think that was the reason why it wasn't starting up before. And some other times when I wasn't streaming or anything. Alright. So we're just going to do this exact same thing. But this is turbine 6. Yeah. So make sure it's on this in the middle-ish area. Not on that side. So we got to do the exact same thing. Isolation 1 and isolation 2. Okay. Steam isolation isn't showing anything, which is not a very good sign. Let me just see. Oh well, it should be alright. If it, yeah, sufficient pressure, that's normal. I'm just listening. To make sure everything sounds normal. Oh, that's my PC I can hear. I thought something sounded off. It's my PC blowing up. Don't know why it's blowing up. I mean, I do have like 10 applications open. I've got 1 Spotify, 2 OBS, 3 Roblox, 4 Roblox tracker, 5 Opera GX, and some others. Discord, Steam, Medal, voice mod, calculator, and settings. Yeah. That's why I've got so, hang on. There we go. Found my cursor green. Cursor's a lot lower. Get it. I know my jokes suck. Anyways, that is now decreasing. And that should say correct speed. When it does, I'm going to tap. Very nice. Now that is all good. Steam isolation does say off, so that is normal. That's our normal operation. So I just want to check now. Oh yeah, TG6 voltage. That shouldn't say anything yet. Alright. 1 second, guys. Right guys, I'm back. So the next thing you wanted to, so once that is at 30, I don't know, I think that's miles per hour. I don't know, because I don't understand Ukrainian. Right, now how I said earlier, don't touch this because this is TG6. Now we want to touch this because it is TG6 and that's what we're working on now. So just, we got to do the exact same thing. So we're going to turn on this. Right, and then check, make sure it says TG6 auxiliary bus relay is on. That's perfect. And then exciter relay, turn it right, and then hold this to the right until we get to 20 kilovolts. And you should see up here is increasing to 20 kilovolts. If I look in here, you'll hear a whining sound. Okay, someone just dropped something. Yeah, unless that's something broken, I don't know what that sound is. And then there's a reactor, so there'll be lots of sounds. Right, we're going to turn this up a tiny bit more. So that says... So that shows perfect. Yep, that's perfect. Perfecto! Oh, right, I forgot to do this, guys. I forgot to tell you. So, we have to do, I forgot to do this. Genuinely, I actually forgot. So what we have to do is we have to go right, right, left, left. And you see you have to do this within 3 seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Perfect. And then, as you can see, those have turned off, which is perfect. And then this is what we're going to be doing later. So now what we're going to do, so this is TG6. The amount of things that I've done mistakenly was I've accidentally gone to this when I was working on TG6. This is for TG5. As you can see, it's 5 PB, and this is 6 PB relay. But yeah, don't do that mistake like I did. So as you, I don't know why these look different. They just do. Yeah. But let's do what we did for TG5 generator. Okay, so the frequency is a little bit lower, but I'd see that as normal. So we're gonna select this. Alright, that should start spinning. Perfect. Select this. So we're going to do the same thing, but instead of going to TG5, we're going to go to this one. And then you have to select it on the right. If you do it the wrong way, the whole thing is going to trip instantly, regardless of the countdown thing, with the delay. Alright. Make sure you turn this to the right when that is at the top. A lot of times I failed on this TG6 one, honestly. Okay, I was close. I nearly failed there and nearly shut down the whole thing. Right, now we have to get this over 200, not 200, 120 power. There we go, 125. It's better than the other one. Okay, now we have that. We need to get these relays done. Let me just make sure that's everything. Hang on. Just check my calculator. Okay. 258. So, right, yeah, we got that done. Don't need anything else. Okay. So now we're going to come over to the right side of the relays. So we're going to do right, right, left, left. Alright. Oh, my stupid cursor's not going green. There we go. Alright, so we're going to go right, right, left, left. 3, 2, 1. There we go, and as you can see, these are all on the top now, which is top notch. How'd you get it? Alright, and that is not it. Yeah, that's not all. So we're going to deselect this, just to make sure we don't do anything. So yeah, they're both at 50.2 frequency, which is perfect. So what we're going to do now, so check your temperature and the thermal power. So we're at 771 thermal power. That's perfectly fine. You should see these turned on, or those ones turned on, depending on the ARs. Not assault rifles, guys, so they're actually called AR. But anyways, so that's basically all of it, but you still need to get them. So if you want to make points, so you've got to look at your electrical demand. So mine is 516. So what I did is I went on my calculator app. I did 516 divided by 2, since we have 2 generators, and it gives me 258 because I'm absolutely stupid at math. So 258. So what we have to do is, with these generators, as you can see, they have 2 different powers. So this one is 110, this one is 112. I raised this to 125, but that's why you have to get it over 120, because if it goes over under 100, it's going to shut down, I think. Or the alarm will sound, and then it'll probably trip if you aren't quick enough. So what we're going to do, so whatever your answer is, so you have to get your demand, divide it by 2, and whatever your answer is how much has to be in each. So I have 110, and I need 258. So that's what we're going to do. So what we have to do here is, alright, pressed F there. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn this up to 258. And if it doesn't all the way, if it drops, that is perfectly normal. That means we do not have enough thermal energy. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this up a little bit more. Steam inlet valve. And get this up too. So that should get up to about 159. So 160 it should drop to the exact same as that, so 241. 40. So this should drop to that exact same, or very roughly the same. See, as you can see, it's dropping. So what we're going to do now, guys, is you're going to have to prepare yourself. Not really. So turn off your AR1 or AR2, whatever you used. So I've used AR2, so I'm going to click the enable. That should disable it. Alright, and then we're going to erase this as much as I can back to how it was before. Alright, deselect. And what we're going to do now actually is, when that gets to normal, well, I'm actually is stop that. Right, I'm actually going to get AR2 again. Very sorry, guys. So what I recommend is getting the water pumps working first. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here. As you can see, we have these 4 switches. Right, we have 11, 21, 31 and 41. And it has a 3, but that's useless. So as you can see, we need to get 11. So turn that to the right, get that to 100%. Or you can do 3, 3, 2, 1 or both. I'm going to do both. Here we are. Getting them to both on 100%. That's perfectly fine. But this will change things. So steam, how much is going in? So we have about 4, well, we have 700, 750. So really that should be enough, but really it's not. So what we're going to do here, so as you can see, we have these. So we'll have to be quick between each thing. So here we are, we're going to turn on the next one. So the buttons for some reason are here. So what we're going to do is get the second one on, which, so the second one from the top is 21. Alright, and then the very top one is 11, so the rest of them you don't need to touch because they're already on the max. There we are. So, what we're going to do here, so since we have that, what we're going to try and do is get these to 20,000, something like that. An alarm will sound, so basically the red is to increase the amount. So I'm going to do it on 12. This normally didn't work. So let's see. Yep, that's perfectly normal. Don't stress, it's perfectly fine. So then that's halfway. So then I'm going to get this to 20,000. No, too much. That's mid. Right. Oh. Right. Accidentally went on the control panel. Okay, we are now. Automatic pressure controls on, that's fine. So you can see the steam pressure differential is very different since there's different flows. So I don't know why that's decreasing. So let me guess those are going up. Ah. It's perfectly normal. Oh, it's because of that, okay. So, nah. Get this to 200, or 20,000, sorry. Get this to 20,000. Right, 20,100. We don't want to go 20,100. We actually want to go less than that. Oh, yeah, we do. Then it goes under, for God's sake. And we don't really have a precision thing, so I'm literally just... Right, it is close enough. 19,900. Right, okay. Very sorry guys, this is getting on my nerves. 20,044 decimal 4 decimal 5. Let me guess decimal 6. No? Okay. Alright, then we're gonna get this up to 20,044. Not that. So we could turn down the amount of power, because then that slows it down. Nope. It's gone over. So it's not balanced. It's an issue. Right, so I'm going to turn it down a bit. And that is 20... Oh no, that's 22. Whoopsies. So we gotta keep that on 100%. Do not turn them down. Let's see here. Please go to 44. Nope, you don't want to go 44. Very sorry guys, this thing is being very stubborn and does not want to work. Oh, doesn't want to work properly. So those are different because the water flow is not on. So I'm going to increase this to maximum, which is what I'm going to do. so alarm's gonna sound. Alright, that's fine. There we go, 600. 600. Alright, and then we're gonna get this. It's all at max, so it's at 27,000. Alright, now what we're gonna do, finally we're gonna turn off our thing. And now we're actually gonna get the increase on power. So we are at 800. So we don't have to worry about cooling because we've already sorted that out. I don't know how long the stream's been going on for. I've been streaming for an hour. Look at that. Did say more or less. So we've got that going. We now need some more. So yellow, red. So after that red, there's a boom boom, and then there's a boom, and then there's a boom. Yeah. So we're gonna get somewhat over 1,000, just to make sure we have enough power, thermal energy. So I'm gonna increase it to its max. So when we get to 1,000, we gotta keep it under 10 thermal change. So I have to just keep it stable for now. So we're reaching 1,000 degrees. I don't know if... No, not for reaching 1,000 degrees. Oh god, no. Reaching 200 degrees. I don't know if it's Celsius, Fahrenheit or Kelvin. Oh no, it wouldn't be Kelvin. That'd be like 0 Celsius. So I'm guessing 100. I'm guessing 200 Celsius, because that just makes sense. Because science uses Celsius, not Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit does just not make sense. Alright, we're lowering that, and then eventually we can activate the AR again. So make sure we're over at least 50 over 1,000. Make sure you're not over 1,200. Okay, we can activate our AR. So it's all good. Now it kind of looks like a really creepy smiling face. It looks like a creep. Yeah, it looks like a smiling face, doesn't it? Give me. Alright. What we're gonna do now is come over to our generators. We don't know if it's going to be enough power, so currently I need 258 and we're at 104. So we're going to increase. Okay, game doesn't want me to. So we're going to increase this to 158. Okay, the pressure says it's insufficient. So we have insufficient pressure. But we need to get this to 258. And it's not rising. That's just lovely. So the pressure... I don't know why the pressure is off. Like the pressure is different. I think that's just where it's... Oh, it's under 100. Oh, that's not good, is it? So we need to keep that there. Because these are synced, so they should automatically bring themselves up to as much as they can. As you see, this will start to decrease, I think. No? Okay. So let me just increase this a bit more. Yeah. Okay. So what we have to do now is increase the temperature even more. So I say 1,200 degrees, if not 1,500. So that's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to deactivate A. Alright, and we're going to bring this up nice and high. So we can get some temperature in. Oh, I'm over 10, it's fine, it's not that much. So we should have a red here, and then a green. No, the next one is a green, and then we have a grey. So, something green, grey, grey. Alright, and we have a grey, grey, white, grey. Okay. Something green, grey, grey, green, green, white, grey. Yeah. And then where's that yellow? It's there, so it should be there. Perfect. Now we can increase that. So we're getting near the 1,500 mark, which is very good. So I'm going to keep it there. I'm just going to get it to sit there and let it do its thing. Also the thermal temperature has to be very specific. Not very specific, it has to be at a certain point before it can actually reach the generator allowing thing. Alright. Oh well, I got that dead on 0. Alright, okay, the next thing we are going to do is come back to over here. So just keep increasing power thing. Alright, struggling there. So then what we're going to do is we're going to... Oh, wrong button. You don't want to be saying that in a real thing, guys. Don't say wrong button, okay? It's not a very good thing, so... I don't know what that does. Anyways, we are here. We're increasing the pressure. So for some reason this can actually do more than that, I think. Because they're meant to be synchronized. But it doesn't seem so. So what's this pressure at? Somewhat 280. And this is also somewhat 280. Okay. So we're going to keep increasing the pressure. So we're going to turn off the AR2. And we're going to increase this a bunch to about 2,200 degrees. Not degrees, 2,200 thermal power. And let's just see. As you can see, there's a lot of lights turning on. That is perfectly normal. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep the thermal under 10, the thermal change, like I said ages ago. And as you can see, the temperature is now at 222 degrees. And 3, 2, 1, 222. Okay, that's perfectly fine. 1,930 thermal. Change in thermal is decreasing. We need to increase that a bit. Speed up the process. Alright, we're gonna get it to 2,200. Yeah, it's getting real hot, so I think we have to keep it under 2,200 actually. So what we're gonna do is decrease that. We need to increase that a bit actually. Okay, now we can activate the AR system. I do AR2 because it's just closer. Alright, that's perfectly fine. I can leave that as it is. It is now at 2,100 degrees. Now let's see here. So 258 we need. 258. So we're at 190. So this one says sufficient pressure, but this one doesn't. So I'm thinking it needs to be decreased. Before it says sufficient pressure. I don't know. This says it's somewhat 300. But this one needs to be 300. Like it has to. So let's see. Oh, it's over 300. Okay. Let's keep it on 300. And it should be right. That is so weird. So that's almost at the 200 mark. So when we bring this up, I don't know why the TG6 is doing better than the TG5. Oh, electrical demand's gone down. Let's see. Yeah. 419 megawatts, so we have to calculate that. So that's 419 divided by 2, so we only need 209. Okay. I keep getting jump scared by that thing. I got too much PTSD from Minecraft or okay, is it there? Alright. Try and bring this up. But then it drops, doesn't it? Yeah, it doesn't go anymore. I just... So sufficient pressure is off the chart. It's not off the chart, but... So we're going to keep it at 3... Okay, it's rising since it's synchronized. Okay. Wait, this is synchronized? No, it should be moving. No, that should be moving. No, this one? Nope, okay, right, so what we're going to do is we're going to heat it up again. So we need 2,300 temperature. Oh my god, my English. Okay, so I need to, oh my god. Alright, turn off this. Perfect. And get heating up. I'm going to keep it under 5. So as you can see, there's a lot of buttons turning on. Pretty sure you shouldn't get too much. That should be good. Alright, I'm going to get that on. So these are speeding up a bit. Speeding up as much as I can. So we're going to see here. Can that get to 209? No, it can't. So we need to get quite a bit more power. So I think 2,600? That sounds fair. So I'm going to get that off. 2,600. No, not 2,600. That's... I'd say 3,000 is a good thermal. Somewhat over 3,000. Sounds absolutely perfect. I don't think we can make it over 3,000. So what I'm going to do... We'll get a little bit more of that. So we have to be careful here, guys, because you could accidentally go over 3,200 and blow up the whole reactor. So what we're going to do is get this on. This is essential now, guys. So technically we could be playing with our lives right here. So this is something to not mess with when you got a bunch of all these dots turned on. I don't know what those green means. I think that's to do with uranium or something. I don't know. Uranium isn't green. But I just think it is. Like, to do with uranium. Alright, so, yep, what we're gonna do. Come over here, see what we've... Oh. Oh. Okay. So, I want to see here. Right, 20 kilovolts, 20 kilovolts. They're both at 20 kilovolts. And I don't get what is so wrong. I don't get what's making it so different. Like making them go off. Alright, when I say go off, I mean like going weird. So we need it at 254, I think? No, 209. Okay, so we've got to decrease this by a lot. I'll put that to 209.5. Try. Alright, this is the point. Okay, we've gone under. And we've gone over. So, I think the best thing to do... sit down, have a seat. Yeah. Sorry, just... lower the valve precision to like minimal. Oh, I need to decrease it. 209. 564. Let's see if we can get any lower. Or is it just gonna 528? 209, 528. That's perfectly fine. So I need to get it to 209. 209 is what we need. Okay, that's minimal. Okay, we can 209, 500. 531, and there we go, guys. We are making points since we have reached the demand. We can try and make this lower. Okay, now we can reset these. Reset them. Alright guys, and that is how you start up a reactor. It's not the safest way, but it's the only way that I know, and there's a good way. There we go, that's synced now. The water pressure thing, the water flow is balanced. Yeah, we have T5G synced. We should have. Yeah, we need T5, no T5G. Right, now we need TG6. Yeah, that's all good. Making sure these relays. Alright, grid power transfer is on, which is good. The synchronization is perfect. All of this, all done. So this is a nice thing. We can deselect. I'm gonna become that woman who had to keep on saying Okay, that is weird. Why is there an opening on the top of this? What's behind there, Oh, it's a little access room. thing, kind of. I can see over. Look at me. There's probably a new update coming out soon. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Yeah, look, there's the door. It just comes out to the back. It's like an access terminal. Alright, and as you can see, we have some crazy patterns here. We have control panel, like, we've got everything done. It's literally how you do it. So you can see here in the bottom right corner and on the leaderboard that my power is going up. I haven't got a rank yet. I think I need like 10,000 power for a rank. Please don't change that off for a W. Alright, and this stream was actually a W because the reactor actually started up now, which is really good. Like, very good. You know. Alright guys, sorry for the moment of silence. I was just I don't know. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. If you want more streams or a tutorial on how to do all this stuff in the game, then like and subscribe. Just do it. Yeah. Or did he steal your toenails? So like and subscribe or else. Did he steal your toenails? Which I've said twice now. 3 times, I think. See ya.